What is going on, you guys? My name is Rage and we are back today with another Doom 2.0 raid video guide for you all. In today's video, we're going to be going through the second node for the tech nodes for the Doom 2 raids. So I'll quickly show you guys my roster as well as the makeup and gear levels for each and dive right into the gameplay. Starting off here, you bet we're going to have to bring on Dr. Doom, just given how powerful he is in the game right now, and especially with the supportive capabilities he provides, a strong ultimate, and as well a great offensive output in his special ability. So everything's maxed out for him, and I've brought him as high as I can just because I know for the long term right now he's a great investment. Synergizing with Dr. Doom is going to be Kestrel, providing a more offensive output as well. Maxed out and everything, as you can see, but I still need to bring her up higher to level 85. But for the time being, she's very strong, and I highly recommend her if you guys can use her for these nodes, just because her passive does immense damage. As well, I've actually switched her from the ISO 8 Striker to Raider, as I found passive damage is actually quite powerful with that switch, and it really synergizes, especially when you have allies that can actually attack the enemy's defense down. Next, we got Shuri here, and this is the one that not a lot of players were expecting, but really found a place in the Doom 2 raids here because of the fact that she provides protection. The defense up in turn 1 is really immense, especially for shouldering damage, and she's got a really good heal as well as don't forget, her passive does actually activate whenever in raids any allies actually fall below that threshold. She provides a deflex to be granted for the allies, so that's really huge here. Next, we got Dr. Octopus, providing some supportive capabilities as well. He's got a handy special that can summon Shocker, as well as grant regen. And lastly, his ultimate is really strong in the sense that he can always extend negative conditions and flip the positives to negatives, so that's always nice. And last but not least, it is Minerva here, energizing, providing supportive capabilities as well. And the nice thing about Minerva is that she's got a handy revive to provide that little bit of buffer room if we need it, and as well an ultimate healing here that actually bypasses heal block. So really good for our team, especially when we get the heal block and we don't actually have a cleanser on our team. But the fact that this heal actually bypasses that is extremely nice. And that is the 5-man roster right now. So let's dive right into the gameplay. So starting off here, you'll see I have Dr. Doom actually in the middle because generally the middle spot gets attacked the most. And then as well, I got Minerva and Shuri on the opposite sides of each other, as those corners can only get attacked from one spot. So ideally, I want them to get attacked the least just to ensure their survivability and sustain healing if possible. Starting off in this initial node, it is extremely important to ensure that we have the defense up with Shuri, so this is what I'm going to activate right now. And the nice thing about that is it also grants energy for us, but what we want to do in the beginning is actually land a Kestrel special right on Sharon Carter, because it's able to grab that right cluster there. And really the key targets we want to aim for right now in the beginning is going to be Doctor Strange, just because he can flip our positives. He's got a revive, so taking him out of the picture is extremely ideal. As you can see, the basic from Dr. Octopus was able to passively use Kestrel to finish her off, so that was beautiful. Next, I would actually recommend taking down both Sharon Carter and as well the Black Panther, just because especially with Black Panther having the offense up, that could be quite dangerous for us. But fortunately, we just have to do the basic attack there, and with Doom having Striker, the double strikes additionally on top of Kestrel's passive do finish her off, so that's very beautiful right now. So 2 down already. Next, I would recommend Sharon Carter. So as you can see, we're just going to tack on some damage with her and take advantage of Kestrel's passive as much as possible here. So looking good. This is ideally where you want to be. It's definitely not as hard as the first node for skill, but you still have to be very careful here, just because these guys hit hard and there's still another wave that's coming. But at this point, this is a good moment. I saw that I couldn't really get through Captain Sam's taunt there, so I activate the ultimate there, so that way at least Kestrel's passive can finish off Sharon Carter. And now with this new wave in the final cluster here, this is where I potentially, made a decision here. Ideally, sometimes what you want to do is save the ultimate in preparation for the boss node, but I had a feeling right now that, like, at this point with the heal blocks going on, the cleanse is extremely nice for us to fully utilize Dr. Doom's damage, as you can see right there. And especially in this case, we want to focus on damage dealers such as Corvus and Gamora, just because they can take us out easily. And what we also want to be wary of is that rescue in the top left corner, as shown here. I apply the defense down with Kestrel, so that way at least we can get some attacks in on there. But then, the fact remains is we got to take down Corvus Glaive. That's stealth right now. now. So I do opt to actually use Kestrel's ultimate to try and finish off rescue there, as well as topped up with a special here, and this does actually wipe her out. So we get her out of the picture just because she's got a cleanse and she can strip away the negative conditions, right? So we want to keep the debuffs if possible. And this is a nice note because I haven't used any heals yet. You know, Minerva's still good. Shuri still hasn't used her heal. So this is putting us in a strong position, at least for the boss node. And that's what we should be focused on, right? Unfortunately, sometimes what happens is I try to save the Doom ult, but I just felt it was a good time to use it just because the wave spawned. There is a good chunk of damage I could do. And this is really where you want to end up with the second node here now, because ideally if you can have Ironheart, Captain Sam, and Thanos being in the last 3 here, this is a great opportunity to just slowly auto attack, build up some energy and prepare for the boss node. So you'll see right here that I pretty much stopped using any of my abilities just because these guys can't really do much damage. Captain Sam is powerful, but you know, with him, he provides a lot of support for high offensive allies, and in this case they don't have any damage here with Thanos and Ironheart. So that's why we go ahead, we take our time, really try to take advantage of Kestrel's passive if you can, just because that passive damage, you can see how powerful it is. And again, that's because my Raider allows her to actually crit higher with the with damage that's applicable. So it's absolutely beautiful. And now, yeah, now with Thanos, we just go ahead and auto attack here. Very straightforward. So ideally, I hope this is able to showcase a better strategy for you guys if you're having issues with the second node. It looks easy, but obviously the right attacks need to be made to make sure that this was smooth. And as you can see, that's how pivotal both Minerva and Shuri were. They just really provide us a buffer with healing. So hope this is able to give you guys some insight and help you out as you push through your Doom 2 raids. Thank you as always, you guys. We appreciate you checking my videos. And as always, I'll see you in the next one.